everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card that can be used for a sympathy card, a get well card, or just even, you know, someone that's going through a tough time. So anyways, let's get started. So we're going to start with a piece of the Gray Granite, and this is cut at 8.5 by 5 1/4, and I did score it at 4 1/4. Then we've got a layering piece of basic black, and this is cut 5 3/8. Let me make sure that's in. I don't know if I'm going up too high. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're just going to adhere that right. Well, let's do the stamping and we'll adhere it on there first. So then, So then I have a piece of just Whisper White, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to start stamping on this piece. So we're going to start with the Stacked Stone. This is a Cling stamp set in the annual catalog, and it is a background stamp set, so it's quite large. So you can see here, it takes up all of the, I think this is the F block. Let me just make sure, yeah, F. Okay, so we're going to ink this up in Gray Granite. And I'm just going to ink it this way since the background stamp is so big. It's just a little bit easier. And I'm going to stamp off before... it up carefully. Before I stamp on here, I am going to stamp on my grid paper lightly. Just light press. I just want to take some of that ink off. And then we're just going to come in and give it a good press on our Whisper White. And it just takes off some of the darkness. You can see I still have some here, but it isn't quite as dark as if we went straight on. You can do it straight on if that's what you want. I just didn't want that much saturation for this project. Okay, so then we've got, we'll put this on our basic black because we don't need to do anything else with it. So we're just going to adhere it, oops, right onto our basic black. And then we're going to put this right on our base. All right, there we go. We can put that aside now. Okay, so then we're going to work on this piece right here, the background part on the Gray Granite. So I have a piece here. It is the Gray Granite, cut at 4 by 2, and I've got a piece of the Comfort and Hope stamp set that we're going to be using. This is the stamp set. We're doing it in different pieces today, but this is a great set to do some collage work with too. I just love it. I've used it quite a bit, and I just really like it. So we're going to use this piece here as the background. So we're just going to take the Memento Black, and I'm just going to start stamping randomly. So you can do it however you want. I didn't cover every square inch. Let's see, maybe just do a little bit up here and a little bit more on the side right here. And that's good. So let me just put that aside. And then this is going to be adhered to a piece of basic black, and the basic black is cut at 4 by 2 1/8. And we will adhere that together. All right, it goes edge to edge, so I just need to make sure I get that lined up right. There we go. And that I'm actually going to put on my base as well because we don't need to do anything else with this. Whoops. I got a big... Well, that I'll deal with later. Here we go. All right. I love the stamping seal, that's the new adhesive, but every so often it sticks like that and you have to advance it a little bit with your sticker, and with your finger rather. And I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or I just don't have the hang of it. It's really very easy to use, but I just every once in a while get hung up like that. All right, so anyways, now we're going to do this focal point of the card here. So we'll do this circle in the back first, and we're going to use a piece of Whisper White and this really pretty wiring looking piece. So we're going to stamp in Gray Granite again and just put that on there. And then I'm piling up my stamps over there. Before I cut that out with the circle dies, I am going to stamp some of the leaves here. So I have the Forever Fern set, and I've done a few videos on this one already, so you know how much I love it, but we're going to be doing it not in the greens today, just in the neutrals. So we're going to take this leafy piece here, and we're going to go in the Gray Granite, ink that up, just put it on our scrap white. You know what, I think I inked off on that one. Let's try that again. Yeah, I like that a lot better than that darkness. Okay, and then we're going to do a piece in basic black as well. All right, let's see if we can fit this in. I'm sure we can. Maybe not. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to use the Big Shot and get these cut out. So the circle I'm using here is approximately from edge to edge 2 1/8 inches, and I already did the black scallop piece, and that's approximately 2 1/4, just so you know which ones to grab. Let me just trim these so we can try and get it all in the Big Shot in one go. We can still use that. I made this card originally yesterday, and I usually film on the day I make the card, and I just didn't get to it yesterday, so trying to remember all the steps in the order I did them in. All right, let's bring up the Big Shot. Got my ink pads in the way. All right, so this one, we're just going to do the circle around it, just so make sure it's in the circle. And then we've got the leaves here. Let's just line that up, make sure it's right. And then these as well. And we can get this done in one go. Hopefully nothing shifts on me. We'll be gentle putting that down. Alrighty. Okay, get that out of the way. And then we'll just take out our pieces. So we've got the center there, and then the leaves. This one looks like it shifted a little bit on me, but we'll go with it so I don't have to have you watch me stamp all the way again. All right. Sometimes when you're putting too much on the Big Shot, they shift. You can always use a little tape, but I get impatient with that. So I did also run these through the Big Shot. These are just the little leaves in a solid black, and I did 2 of those, just so you know where those came from. And then we need to do the Comfort and Hope. So let's put this together first. And we're just going to center this right on. And then this is going on our base on dimensionals. But before we do that, we're going to put some of this Gray Granite shimmer ribbon on. And we'll put that right on the back. So I'm just going to cut a couple pieces here. And these are just, they just need to stick out. So they're just like 2.5 inches. So we're gonna pop these on the back. Let me see where I want. I think I want that on the side. So we will pop them on the back with some glue dots. Let me see, take your pick tool will help. And then let me just trim one side. Whoops. Oh, those aren't my ribbon scissors, no wonder. All right. Just gonna trim that just so it's angled. And we'll just stick that out. And then we'll do one more. And we'll just stick that at a different angle. Let's see, that already has an angle cut, so we'll just do that. Let's see how it looks. Cute. Okay. So then I'm going to take some dimensionals. We can use the black dimensionals for this one. I have a new sheet here. Alrighty. Sticking to me today. Okay. Put that on, just center that there. Perfect. So let's do the comfort and hope. I'm having trouble saying that today. So I'm just going to take my embossing buddy. I know that's retired, but I still use mine all the time. And then we're going to, let me just put down a little paper here so I can grab the white embossing powder wherever it disappeared to. Oh, there it is. It fell over. Okay. White. All right. So we need our Versamark ink. And I'm taking the Comfort and Hope from that same Comfort and Hope set. Just going to ink it up. I'm going to do it close to the edge so I have less cutting to do because I am going to cut it out. But I might have to trim that aside anyways. But we'll see. Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of the embossing powder, or a lot. I have a heavy hand with it, but it all goes back in, so that's okay. All right, put that back in. And then we're just going to use our heat tool and heat this up really quickly. Oops, it's caught. All right, here we go. Whoops, I'm so sorry. Let me straighten that camera. The heat tool hit it. Perfect. All right, so I'm just going to trim this up. And I went pretty close to the wording. Oops, that's a little crooked. Let's straighten that out. Nope. There we go. All right, so that's going to go across our card right here. And I'm going to stick these leaves on first, at least the ones we cut out with the Big Shot. So I'm just going to use some adhesive on the back towards the bottom of the leaf and just kind of angle it so that I'll be able to tuck the stems under our wording. You could have the stems hang out, but I just wanted it tucked away. And this time I think I'm going to angle this a little bit this way just for a little bit of a change. All right, so then this piece we're going to put on with dimensionals, and I'm going to use the small dimensionals on this so we have room to tuck in those little leaves. So let's take a look. If I'm going to tuck them in at the top, we're going to put the dimensionals down towards the bottom so there's room to tuck those in. I like to tuck them in afterwards just because I want to see where they go. Like I want to get my placement exactly where I want it. So All right, so then we're just going to hide the stems of those leaves here, like that, and then we'll use some glue dots to tuck these in. And let's see, comfort and hope, we'll just lift that a little bit and give that a little press. And then we'll do our other one. Make sure I have the right side up here. Alrighty. Whoops, there it is. All right, so that's all set. And here is our original. And I did just want to mention I have opened an Etsy shop. If anyone's interested in taking a look, I will have the link listed down below. And thank you so much for watching today. If you're not already working with the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love a chance to work with you. And I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.